Hello everyone, this is Eric Verlage. Today I'm going to describe how vector addition and other vector operations are implemented in the game CrossPoint. So the vectors that you're allowed to place on the board, in this case we're going to place down a vector of length 1. At this point it's just only a magnitude, but once you place it down it has a direction as well. It can only go to other grid points that are 1 unit away. So if we place this one in this direction, and if we place this one in this direction, then we can see that they are both of length 1 and both pointing in different directions. The start of the vector is the filled-in circle, and the end of the vector is the open circle. And if you add a filled-in to an open circle, what it will do is it'll perform the vector addition operation. So in this case, whichever vector has the starting point that is not filled in, that will be the new starting point of the new vector, and the open circle of the vector that's ending the chain will be the end point of the new vector. So when we add them together, it creates a new vector that has a length 1 in the x-axis, so one in this direction, and a height 1 from the two original vectors. So the length of this vector is actually square root of 2, and you can get that by the Pythagorean theorem. And today I'm also going to show you an interesting thing for a vector of length 5. So if you take a vector of length 3, well, let's do it another way, let's do it this way, and if you take a vector of length 4 and you add it to the vector of length 3, because the squares of 3 and 4 actually give the square of 5, the length of this vector is 5 units. And so when in the game, when putting a vector of length 5 onto the board, you actually get a lot more options, because a vector of length 5 does hit many different allowed points. So you're able to place it at intervals with either a length of 5 in the x, y, or y direction, or a length 3 in the x and a length 4 in the y, or any combination thereof of those two numbers. So in this game we also are able to use scalars. So scalars are just numbers without a length associated with them. So a scalar number, if we multiply it times a vector, what it will do is it will increase the length of that vector. So in this case, if we were to take a vector of length 5 and add a scalar operator and scale it by a number 2, it will increase to be length 10. And if we add a scalar operator of length of number 3 to a length of root 2, it will increase to 3 times root 2, and in this case it will go over 3 and up 3. So that is how vector addition works in the game CrossPoint. A good resource is to go over to Khan Academy and check out their videos on vector algebra. I'll provide a link to it in the comments.